Hello, guys. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going live. Let me make sure I got some lip gloss on. Thank you to notifications. I hear them going out. Um, yes, yes, yes. Thank you, everybody who has reached out. I'm trying to get the shine off. But yeah, thank you to everybody who has reached out. Uh, because you have been very active in getting to us some information, as you see by the thumbnail. And I don't want to say who the subscriber was, but it's been a few subscribers who have given us information, some that we can use and some that we can use, maybe not at this time. Thank you. And some that is too good to pass up. So yeah, we came on earlier and uh we talked about how Mr. KOTOWICH lied. Um, as I showed you, this is what he's claiming to the court, that I have not paid him since June, but we have shown you text messages of him coming to receive rent money in as late as September. Like I said, after that, 15 days later, Rich was arrested. Okay? And he, not myself, stopped all communication. After he tried to mammy me at first. And when I started asking questions, like for him to put what he was saying to me in writing, he started to backpedal. And that, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it completely like broke my heart. Because I really did believe this guy. I believed everything he said. And when he said he was selling the building because of renovations and all that type of stuff, I believed everything. So I just want to find the just to disprove his lie on that. Just give me 1 second. I'm almost there. Okay. So part one of surviving Stephen KOTOWICH was exposing his lies. Okay, this is what he has told the court, that I have not been paying him since far back as June, right when Rich Long came up. Okay, and here's text message evidence that I've been paying him all the way up to the time he gave me my money back, September 30th. Okay, so he lied on that. He also lied about saying that there was complaints and then saying there wasn't no complaints. He has that both in text. And the one saying no complaints was after the one that said complaints. That's why I said Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because we don't know who we're going to get from one day to the next. And that leads us into this part right here, part two. And I was smiling on when I first got on this live because it just tickled me how fast you guys worked in sending evidence. That's one thing good about the court of public opinion, because, you know, we are the logical minds of today. Okay. This is what Rich Long channel is all about. He was very intricate in you know, trying to unfold things on a lot of cases on a lot of other people, and now he has a case to be unfolded. So we're going to thank you the people, for sending to the email. Stephen KOTOWICH, who we're assuming is some type of professor or some type of school. This could be someone different, so we're not alleging that this is 100%, because this is stuff that was sent to us that they probably found off of, let me just fix his hair, God, found off of Google. So I'm not saying that this is 100% information, but I am saying that this is information on someone who it seems like is connected to Stephen KOTOWICH. They send me a link to a ratemyprofessors.com, and his ratings are horrible. See, and if this is the same Steve KOTOWICH, it's very synonymous with what we've been saying, what his students are saying. He barely got one good review. Okay, go to ratemyprofessor.com. That is the link that was sent. His name is associated with 2 universities if you put in Stephen KOTOWICH. And both of those are horrible reviews. He wants to sit up and attack my character, but people are publicly going online attacking his. This is what's so funny. And this is going to be part 2 that I, you know, was going to be in a different direction. But thanks to one of Keeping People Real TV subscribers, they were right on the case and emailed over lots of information on Stephen KOTOWICH, and a pattern. That's why I said anybody who is watching this, because they said they reached out to a lot of the organizations that was associated with him. If anybody reaches back to this live and you want to tell your story, if you have a story, because we see he's been a problem. Everywhere he goes, he's a problem. So if you have a story, I know my story. He made very uncomfortable sexual innuendos. Okay? That was the first thing. When I moved in here, when I was trying to look at the apartment, when he was showing me around, he said, the apartments, the bedrooms are far apart from each other. So, you know. And I just ignored it, but it made me feel very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. So if things that are being said, because this is a website, Rate My Professor is a website that they don't allow you to go into deep details of situations, but we will. Okay, if anybody wants to stand up, and I'm saying me, okay, if you want to say me too, then contact infoandbookings at maddpop.com. Okay, but these are his professional reviews, and I'm pretty sure there's more. Okay, quality. The whole ordeal Awful. This is his rating. Awful. Would you take this course again? No. And so this is the online classes that he does. And this is what the student wrote. I have taken him for 2 years, and he is a terrible grader. Won't tell you why you got something wrong. Lectures don't make any sense at all. Oh my God. The same exact wording. Let's read it again. This is what his students are writing. And he wrote this December 14th. Oh, last year. Okay. So I don't know if he's still at this. And I'm not even saying that this is the same Stephen KOTOWICH. I'm saying that there's good reason to believe that it is. And this is what his students are saying. I'm just going to put it on the screen. And sorry about my cracked screen. It's sounding very similar, right? Looking very similar. His students say, here we go. Sorry, that was another awful review. I got him confused. This is the one I had up. Looks very similar. Okay. Doesn't make sense. I said the same thing. Okay. So we only know this man in a professional setting. The only thing is my issue is this guy gets to hide, where if this guy goes and complains to the college or whatever, they get instant results. I can make the same complaints. This guy doesn't make any sense. He's very just everything. And like I said, this is a website. Rate My Professor is a website that you cannot go into making very, very personal claims. So they're against that. So if anybody wants to open more up about your experience with Stephen KOTOWICH, please reach out to infoandbookings@maddpop.com, because I'm pretty sure if he's getting these reviews, it says lectures don't make sense at all. So scattered. That's the same adjectives that I used. Oh, and if you ever have homework that is 1 minute late, or if you are sick and have a valid excuse or note, he does not care. This is what his students are saying. So don't try to call us crazy. Is this student crazy too? That says awful. That you scatter brain and all over the place. This is the same thing I said. This is somebody who just encountered you online. Okay? Let's get real. Okay? He will say his syllabus says no matter what, it is a 0. If I could rate a 0, I would. This is what his students are saying. Okay? This is the same review. Let's go to another one. This is May 24th of this year. Okay. Would you take his course again? No. And they tried to be the middle of the road and gave him an average review. Okay, but they said they would not in a million years take his course again. Okay. Let's see what this says. He's nice. Okay. Always says to come to him for help at his office hour at the end of lecture. But no due dates on syllabus. Scattered. Sometimes doesn't respond, doesn't answer all questions emailed. No partial credit, no study guide. Questions on concepts on the exam. A lot of times are more difficult than what was covered in the lecture. Scattered. Wouldn't take again. And this guy gave him a half middle of the way around the road review. And he's still, after trying to be nice, saying, oh yeah, he nice, but he is scattered and all over the place. And I would not take his course ever again. Okay, so I don't have to keep talking about what I'm saying because I'm saying the same exact thing. I'm saying the same exact thing. Let me just, before I'm going to just read a review of his students, and then I'm going to go back to, I said the same exact thing. Does this make sense? He don't make any sense. And he just make blanket statements. Okay, don't go by what I'm saying. Okay, how can you be here day one? I mean, I'm here. A grease spill. Let me put it closer. I'm sorry about my handwriting. Okay, grease spill, no damage. Me doing the proper thing as a tenant, which is contacting him immediately and giving him access to the property. That should have been enough. It should have ended here in all logical ways. Okay, because he's seen with his own two eyes, no damage. I did everything I was supposed to do. I contacted him. What more could I do? That's right. Okay. How did 6 times we had to go through a whole back and forth for hours about how he's saying specifically you started a fire. That is very damaging claims to put on somebody. Everybody knows you cannot yell fire. You cannot yell that in an airport, a theater, anywhere in the public. That is a no-no. So to put that on somebody's name when that is not true and you know that's not true, okay, and then try to penalize somebody for that is him cohorting with other people. And that's going to be in another video. It's going to be layers to this because he has a lot of layers, a lot of faces. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Okay? Scattered, incompetent, unstable. These are all the adjectives that I've used. And these are all similarly, like I said, this is a website you can't get too deep. But these are just people who encountered him on an online class and they saying they would not take his class again. Because he is scattered and all over the place and made them feel very uncomfortable. Okay? Another one. This is March 2nd, 2021. So this is of this year. Back to awful again. This is another student. Would you take his course again? No. Okay? Awful. If these people could give him a lower rating, they probably would. He posts things with little notice. He doesn't have due dates on the syllabus. That was somebody else said that same complaint. Scattered. This is a pattern here, right? He doesn't have due dates on his syllabus. His tests are 4 questions and there is no partial credit. He responds fast to emails but refuses to post due dates more than 3 days before they're due. Okay? That's another student that would not take his course again. Okay, let's go to another student. Okay, this is another student from December 2020. They gave an average down the middle of the road review, but the main question is, would you take his course again? They said no. Nobody on this thing would take this course again, and they only encountered him online. Okay, so what does that say about him? Okay, let's see what they wrote. He does not do partial credit for questions, so even if you did just about everything right, the entire question is wrong, which is frustrating because there are usually only 4 questions on exams. Some of the concepts are a lot harder on the exams than what was presented on the lecture. Somebody else said the same thing. Okay? Okay, somebody else said the same thing. It's a pattern issue with his students. Okay? I think it was one person out of all of these people that would have taken his course again. One person. That's sad. And that was the oldest review. So he's getting worse by the years. That was the best, the awesome review. If I can show the bad, I can show the good. This is the good one. Was the oldest review, September of 2020. Every review since then has been not favorable. Oh, here go one that's older than that. Oh, I spoke too soon. But it's a bad review. Okay, so would you take the course again? No. If you have a choice, never take a class with him. Okay, these are people who just encountered him and it is a teacher setting online, probably. It doesn't say on this one if it's online or not. I'm offering a platform for anybody. I'm saying me. I'm saying me. Okay, if you want to say me too on this guy, Stephen KOTOWICH, because I know, like I said, on this website here, as I see it, because I read through, because I wanted to see what was going on and about the website and the validity of it. So I read through the yeah, this is just a basically rating your professor. Like I said, we're not 100% sure that this is the same Steve KOTOWICH, but it's just a very much coincidence. Okay, that the same patterns of behavior. So we have to assume that for now, until we get any more information, that this is the same person. This is everything I said, that he has been on this line, called me crazy. He's been on this line uh, harassing my line with leave text. Who else other than him would be doing that, is what I'm saying. This man is a thug. He's a menace to society. He's a scatterbrain. And people who even encounter him on online spaces would not even want to do that again. Does this make sense? Okay? This happens. I allow him to come into the property. He sees the property. I don't care what he has of the lynch mob that he's putting together that don't really have anything. What did you see with your own 2 eyes? So why would you ever repeat this? This makes no sense 6 times. With such 100%, like you know this for 100%. But everything you wasn't here. For one thing, this is what I don't understand. Everything I ask this guy, everything I complain about, he gives me the same excuse. I'm only here 1 day a week. I don't know. I don't see anything. I don't know anything. But he knows exactly 100% about a fire that never happened because he was here. This is what I don't understand. How are you saying this? This is just harassment. Okay, so we concluded from part one that he just did not want a transgender's money. And how we came to that conclusion is that he lied and said that we owed him money. Okay, that we owed him money since June. But I showed you in September where he's still coming to get rent. So September 15th, I gave him rent. And then September 30th, he gave me my money back. He was comping all of the months. He comped October. Mind you, because of us going all around town, now he's trying to charge us for months that we paid for and months that he comped. How is that fair? We don't owe him any money. That's an even Stevens. He's trying to do something that's unlawful now. Clearly. We went all over town, putting ourselves at risk, our credit, everything, paying application fees that could run $50 to $100 per person, 3 adults, you know. This is what I'm talking about. And then when we found a place, instead of him just fulfilling what he said he was going to do, so we could leave, he held up the process with a whole bunch of legal mumbo jumbo, which I didn't understand if I'm going to immediately give this to the next person so I can get the hell up out of here. Like, this is what I didn't understand. He was playing both sides of the fence. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, and nobody should have to go through that every review. Let's read the last one. We didn't read the last one. These are his people who are his students. Would you take again? No. If you have a choice, never take a class with him. Okay, he's a tough grader. Grade is based on exam, and each exam consists of 4 questions, and he grades very hard. For example, if you have done the question using correct formula, but due to confusion, the value you have taken is wrong and ended up getting a wrong answer, then he deducts 25% for that. Now, I don't know, how, his courses are being done, but it just seemed like it's a lot of confusion. And he even used the word confusion. It's a pattern. Here go another one. Even in the good review. Only downsides is he talked too fast and goes a little bit too much into details all over the place. It's the same pattern. I'm just reading up. Frustrating, the words that they're using. But they all say, other than that one, that they would not take his course again. Look, another one says exams are more difficult than what was covered in the lecture. He's confusing people, purposely, probably giving them tests to make them fail. Who would do that other than somebody with a sick mind? Come on, let's get the patterns here. We need our psychoanalysts here. Multiple students have said that he has the tests are don't even halfway cover the stuff that's on that he's talking about. It said if you're 1 minute late or sick and have a valid excuse, he does not care. This is all a pattern I'm showing you. I'm telling you, he does not care about Rich Long. He has said to me that he was upset that he didn't get arrested because of a fire that didn't happen. I said the fire people came in and they said nothing here to see. Well, that's unfortunate. That's what he said. It's unfortunate that a black person didn't get arrested for a crime that they didn't commit. This guy is sick. Okay? Let's read some more reviews. As I said, thank you to the subscriber. Okay. Let's see another review. Okay. Oh, this is the last one, guys. Awful. Another awful review. Would you take his course again? No. Let's see what he says. This professor almost made me reconsider my major. The class is very fast paced. The professor only rewrites from his PowerPoints with no other explanation in a monotone voice for almost 2 hours. He expects you to be already proficient in physics and not slow down the lecture. The majority of my fellow classmates failed his class. That is a testament to a horrible professor. That is not for the, because it's too, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. He half-ass does a lot of stuff and it doesn't make sense. I said the same thing. It's so funny why I'm putting this surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. Is it clicking now? This website, like I said, only allows you to post general things just about the class. These people only encountered him in an online setting. And what does this say about him as a professor? That first sentence, his character. But nobody believes that this man has taken me through hell and back, mental mind games. This professor almost made me reconsider my major. He's probably trying to make somebody, I ain't gonna say. I'm not even gonna say. He has taken people through mental hell and back that just takes his course. Now imagine around this guy months and months and months. He's coming up with plots and plans and schemes. And one minute he's saying no complaints and some complaints. I don't know about no complaints. I gotta go look for some complaints. You didn't pay. You paid. I paid. I'm coming to get the rent. But I'm gonna charge you from the day. Damn near Rich Long was here. He did not want a transgender's money. Why would he go back this far? Damn near to the time. It probably was in June. It was late May or June is when I invited him here to see Rich Long. And from that point on, in his mind, he was very judgmental. And like I said, we have to backtrack and see who this person is today. The same person who has this effect on kids. No wonder he doesn't give a crap about all of the stuff that happened around here. No wonder. This live is to show on a professional setting, because I don't know him on a personal setting, how the pattern of how this man has affected people in a negative way. One positive review, and that is from over a year ago. I have dealt with this man, and it has been hell and back. I am going to need so much that he has done to my family. Is that fair? Is that fair? Now I'm just going to go off on this. Let's just read some more of the reviews. This professor, one review, almost made me reconsider my major. That's sad. You don't even want to do what he was setting out to do because he encountered this guy. And that's how I feel. He has harassed myself, harassed Rich. He has turned a blind eye to. Debbie Ferguson says, you're just joining. Who is he? He is the landlord here that has a direct connection and why Rich Long is still being held. If he's not directly involved, he definitely is indirectly involved, and that is too much involvement for a landlord. He harassed me to no end. We have part 1, exposing his lies. This is part 2, showing his incompetency. Another review. If I could rate him a 0, I would. The last sentence. Sorry for my cracked phone. Let me move it up. So we're thinking that he is a professor at Rowan College at Burlington County. That is okay. Rich Long is the person. He's Keeping People Real TV. This is his channel. I am his partner. Rich Long is a transgender male. He is also a comedian, a blogger, and a musician. And like I said, he's a transgender male, and that fact upset Mr. KOTOWICH to the fact that he targeted my family to no end. So we're putting together this documentary series to just document everything, step by step, piece by piece. So we won't be labeled as scattered. Okay. And somebody just sent in this information to the email. So we just came on. We already did part one already today. So we just came on to just because that really much tied in to what I was going to talk about. So it's good to that when you don't feel alone, we're dealing with this guy here. Okay? This is his rating at that college. Only 17% of people would take that course again. He don't even have a half of a 5 rating, okay? Barely scraping to get halfway to a 5 rating. Okay, these are the awful reviews. Yeah, please follow Debbie Ferguson. This is real stuff, real life here. We have a lot of programs on here. Go back, Rich Long. He's hilarious. So very talented. So we're not going to let people who to tarnish his good name. Just to tell you a little bit, I want to preface these lives, each one of them, with letting you know that Rich Long is a hero in this situation. They sent armed gunmen to our residents, and he turned a blind eye to that. None of that is in. Everybody turned a blind eye to that. That's fine. He actually shot in a school zone. Nobody cares in this neighborhood. It's all about getting a transgender out of the neighborhood. That's all it was about. It wasn't about no gun. It wasn't about nothing because they didn't check anything. They didn't check anybody. They didn't talk to anybody else. What investigation happened with a school shooting, and they don't ask anybody any questions. They've never asked myself anything. They never asked my son anything, anybody. They just came and got rich. Okay? So, and that's okay. That's okay. This is what they're co-signing. How can you have yes, it's so sad that this is happening, but I mean, this is real. This is real, and this is real life. And they're really trying to railroad Rich with a whole bunch of gun charges and stuff like that. What are you talking about? When people came at us, and you can see on the videos um, that they came to the house and they came to the car, and we feel like those were unauthentic attacks that this guy Stephen KOTOWICH knew about, co-signed, and even after he had his own 2 eyes could see that there was no damage, he still went along with a lynch mob against my family. That's what we're saying. We did everything to satisfy, and he has targeted my family to no end. Ever since I've been doing these lives, he has attacked this. He has attacked this line. Sending leave Texas. I have an 800 number. Um, and tomorrow we'll do something with the 800 number, but I just want to keep it on this video. Oh, they're all on this channel. You just have to go to Keeping People Real TV and just catch up. They're all on this channel. This has been an ordeal of a lifetime. And he seems to think it's okay. But we want to show that this guy is of low character, a liar, transphobic, and manipulative. Okay? All over the place, playing mind games. Okay? Very much so. Taking these kids through hell and back. Look at that. Another review. Lectures don't make sense at all. If I could give him a 0, I would. And this is somebody who just encountered him in an online class. Okay? That's the same thing I'm saying about his character and his mind, too. Scattered and all over the place. You see how this is synonymous? See how it's a pattern? Does this make sense? See, I didn't know this information yesterday when I made this sign. I didn't know this. He accused me of a fire, which it every time he would say it or write it, and I had to continue on back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It just, I mean, my eye is twitching right now. It's like, are you insane? Are you insane? So we're trying to now analyze the mind of a person who would have this effect on more than 80% of his students that wrote on this app, on this website. Okay? Not even half good and half bad. So this is what people are saying about him even this year. And they're saying the same thing. Now they only encountered him in an online class for a limited time. Imagine my mind and how I am right now. I question how this person passed away up here. I don't know how many times have they sold this guy's furniture. I don't know how many times they have played this game. This is very stressful. Let me see. It looks like it's like physics. He's into some type of STEM. That's what it looks like. More of like science or something like that. Physics. Um, and like I said, I mean, if that is, I don't know him at that type of professional level. I only know him as the professional level of a landlord. But like I said, if someone had, where do we go to complain? See, my whole thing is about these people. They have an outlet. Okay. Yes, please do. Please do, and please report. This is the information right here. Okay, you can go to Keeping People Real TV on Instagram. I did a live the day I made this sign. Okay, I did a live. That was the day I found out around the beginning of November that new people, he had us running around since August. And we're not supposed to believe that he wasn't targeting our family. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, saying I wish we get more trans support. Yes, we would love that. Everybody's saying trans lives matter. When, where, how? Okay, right here. This is the only place you're going to see this type of love for trans people. Okay, they laughed and they talk about the sign. Let me tell you something. First of all, like I said, I wasn't worried about this sign or how the rainbow looked. I was trying to hurry up and get the hell downstairs because that irritated me and do a peaceful protest, which It's the whole thing is on live. Go to Keeping People Real TV, and you will watch me sitting outside with this sign. This ain't nothing new, okay? This is not nothing new. And that was about what? And they're penalizing. They see me doing this. They see me every day. They see me doing, and they're penalizing. They got Rich Long's court date all the way to almost February. And it's still not stopping. It's still not stopping. The truth is going to come out. Okay? Rich Long is a hero. Okay? I've told you that multiple times. He is a hero. And I'm just going to end off on this. Because we see, yes, Rich is in jail. 5 minutes after Steve KOTOWICH, who played around and had us running all over the town looking for properties because of his plan, saying that he was selling the property and he needed to get in here for renovations. So we agreed. We agreed. All of this is, yes, we agreed, complied the whole entire way. And we had a place lined up. He played around so much with trying to set Rich up, which he was trying to do. Okay, he played around so much that we lost the place. Due to what? And we have proof of that, and we know exactly who we talked to. Because someone else came with a deposit. This is all documented. So we did everything that we were supposed to do. We cannot make anybody give us an apartment on whatever time. He put it all on us. Then tried to bait us into some contract the day 5 minutes before Rich got arrested. This man is a menace. He's scattered. People who even encounter him on an online World Wide Web virtually wouldn't even want to encounter him again. Even people who said that he was nice ended it off with would not take his course again. Wouldn't want to. They was just trying to be nice. That man is very creepy. And I'm going to say what they can't say on this app. Okay? Failing 90% of the class. All tricks, right? The test, multiple people say the test more complicated than even the course. It has really nothing to do. Like, where is this coming from? Confusion. I'm just showing you the characteristics. Because you see my page. You can go to www.maddpop.com/CEO Connect. And you can see me all over the city with everybody, connecting with everybody, all races, So it's not me. There is no all this on me. You have the opposite. People encountering me with smiles, would love to be back in my presence again. These people have just met him on online in a professional setting. So how much of a negative effect can you give on somebody on a virtual, in you're supposed to just be doing something that they paid for? How much of a negative effect could you have on somebody? I've never heard of it. Okay, but I can believe it, because this man, as you see, has taken me through hell and back. Okay, so I can see very unstable an unstable mind. Who would do that? Someone who's trying to be a master at gameplay. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We're exposing Stephen KOTOWICH. He just did not want a transgender's money. His hate is not even that far under the surface. It's about to spill out. Damn near diabolical. Please report him. Every agency, you have the facts. This series is powerful. This series is powerful. Because I want you guys, and we're going to be documenting this the whole way through, to see if all this is allowed on a Black woman and a Black trans family. I'm not going to cry. I'm just going to end off with, because I'm not going to cry, even though that's the mental state that this person has put me in. This is a daggone shame that he gets to talk to me crazy, and then to come to find out that he has a pattern of being all over the place. His lectures don't make sense. And that's the same wording that I used when I drew this up yesterday. It doesn't make any sense. He was here. He saw with his own two eyes. No fire or no fire damage. This is harassment. This is unnecessary. This is him being all over the place, heinous, calculating, stressful, okay, sinister. And we're not going to allow it to go unnoticed. These kids are crying out. And like I said, there's but so much you can say on that line. But I know. I didn't even know any of this information. I just got this a half an hour ago. As soon as I got the line, an hour ago. So I've been on here an hour. So right before I got on this line, I just got the information. So I said, I'm gonna go back live because this is perfectly tying into, because this is what I was going to talk about. We exposed his lies, part one. Now we're going to expose his inconsistencies and his scatterbrained mind. And lo and behold, to the email, reports on him as a professor, and they're all saying the same exact thing. If you have a choice, never take a class with him. It's frustrating. He posts things with little notice. Wouldn't take his course again. No due dates on the syllabus. Multiple people said that. Lectures don't make sense at all. Okay? Wouldn't take it again. Okay? This is all the reviews that are on Rate My Professor, and you can type in Stephen KOTOWICH, and he has two places on there that he has worked at, and both places. So he didn't make any lasting good impressions at either place, because both universities have negative reviews. And I've actually went to some other professors and they have rave reviews. So that's it. This is him. It is him. It is him. Okay. Does this make sense? I don't want to hear nothing about no phantom complaints about people who I said already were bullying us. Okay, so I don't expect them to have anything nice to say. I don't want to hear about anything that I wasn't privy to before today. Okay? Making blanket statements is not the proper protocol. Harassing somebody 8, 9 o'clock at night, lying on their name, taking them through unnecessary stress because they can't get a good night's rest, it's not my fault. This guy is out of control. And he has done irreparable damage on me, myself, and my family. I told this guy multiple times that what he was doing was dangerous. He did not care. He did not care. He did not care. Okay? So, multiple times, he accused me of a fire that never happened, that he was here the next day. So, my whole thing is, why are you bringing that up months later? Wouldn't you have pictures of the day that you were here? That is part of the mind game. Even me having to do this right here, right now, is part of the mind game. He is a very sick individual. People get that off of him right away. I have no reason to lie. I don't care what you think. The proof is in the pudding. More people than not are saying negative things about this man. And I'm speaking up, and look what happened to me. So who knows what he's holding over other tenants' heads. I spoke up and he immediately threatened my residency. I have it right here on text, and I'm going to end off on that to let you know this guy's mindset. November 15th, 2 days after my birthday, that Rich had to miss because he's locked up because of this lunatic. This is what I texted him. Okay? This is you, a grown man talking to a grown woman tenant. Completely unprofessional. And you did it a total of 6. This is me about to tell him about the fire. So I wasn't lying about the 6 times that I've been saying that he's been doing this. This is me telling him about the 6 times that he said this. So this is stressful. So all the way up until even after Rich has gotten arrested, he's still harassing me. Okay? He's still harassing me. Now, mind you, he's already been to the apartment. Look, me still going back and forth. Me having to go through this after you witness. Forget a video of me calling the fire department because that's inadmissible. You actually witnessed with your own eyes, no fire. So what was the reasoning for you calling me a liar? This is me going on and on and on. These are mind games. The same mind games that the kids said that he played with them. If you read between the lines. Okay, listen. It's a pattern with this guy. Said, you tried to destroy us. This is what I'm telling him on text. And I actually cried to you. And you were lying the whole time. With a bunch of games. Like I said, it was very disheartening. Very disheartening. I mean, imagine that. Imagine your partner get arrested, and now the landlord who just said a month ago, coming with all this vitriol, now trying to mammy you and really separate us. I don't know anything about any complaints. That's exactly what he said. Who am I dealing with today? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde? I don't know. That's exactly what he said. I don't know anything about any complaints. This is when the day Rich got arrested. The day I'm sitting outside with this. I made this. No. That was the first day. I keep getting confused because I sat outside twice to do a peaceful protest. The day Rich got arrested, when you see him leave off the block, I actually sat out there and did a peaceful protest. And then he called, trying to mammying me, acting like he didn't know what was going on. Okay? Even though he had just left 5 minutes before this all happened. Somebody's going to come out with the truth on this thing. I'm just going to keep chipping away till somebody comes up with the fucking truth. A hate crime happened on this property. He has done nothing. I've actually sent him a certified letter. And that's actually what I wrote on here on the back. This was December 9th. So I'm keep having to go through this. This is myself and writing his lawyer. We have numerous times informed Mr. KOTOWICH there was safety issues in this apartment, and he has failed to offer any immediate remedy. Cameras, Ring doorbell, lights, etc. Nothing. He has done nothing but make the place more secure. He has done nothing but target my family more and more and more. After 3 months, Mr. KOTOWICH, of ignoring my request, can we please set up a meeting? Okay? This is me trying to request a meeting because after he tried to mammy me and I immediately asked him to put what he was asking, telling me in writing, she shut down all communications and just went straight to this lawyer. But this is the same guy that was telling me a few weeks before the day Rich got arrested, literally crying with me on the phone, telling me how much he understands the plight of my people. I understand the plight of your people. I'll do anything to get your family back together. That's what he said. That was the other thing I forgot. I'll do anything to get your family back together because Mo, you're such a righteous woman. This is what he's saying to me. So then I remembered, as I'm gathering my thoughts, I remembered, hold on, this is the same guy who was accusing me of a whole fire multiple times. Now, mind you, even after this, he's still accusing me of a fire. You see, in November, I'm still saying, oh, so this is in October. So I'm thinking, he just a couple weeks ago was accusing me of a fire. So let me test who he is today. And I asked him, I said, can you put what you just told me in writing? That there was no complaints inside the building? Because that's the information he offered up when Rich was arrested. And I'm crying on the phone, he's mammying me. Okay? I said, can you put that in writing? And he immediately started to backpedal because he was playing both sides of the fence, and which I told him multiple times is very dangerous. And look where we are now. So I don't care what he's telling these people because he's obviously telling them lies. He is already proven to be a liar. I have text messages from him well into September receiving money for rent. Okay? So, but he just did not want a transgender's money. Look how far this goes back. Now, if I wasn't, come on, this doesn't even make any sense. Look how far this goes. Right to damn near the day Rich came up here. Rich came up in May, and he did not look when he started acting silly. Now, mind you, this is what he's charging me for. But we have text all the way up until September of us giving him money. And the end of September, what did he do? He gave our money back to us. That's why I said I don't owe him any money because I was paying him the entire time. He gave the money back to us and we were going to move. But before that, they had to cripple us, which was arrest Rich Long, which happened 5 minutes after he gave us the money. And the snake that he is, the master of confusion that he is, he then went to the court and said that I owe him for all of these months, which is a lie. That is insane. He just did not want a transgender's money, is what we're concluding, because like I said, we were paying. Only thing he's ever been focused on was targeting my family. That is it, and that is all. Trans lives matters. Trans family matters. So I don't care what he's saying. We're going to prove each and every his instability. He can say whatever he wants to say about me in my personal life. Like I said, if I can't come and judge everybody in their personal life, I don't want to hear about my personal life. How I treat people, how people encounter me. Every single one of these people, including Karen, I've had a positive experience with. One-on-one. I walked my dogs. Karen and I would have a conversation about the dog. She said she had a Shiba Inu as well. With the Asian store owners, I pay them his tab. These are the same people that are leaning in the car and calling the cops on us, and having a whole big frantic, and who he's following behind idiotically when he saw with his own eyes. And when I keep saying that you have been part of the whole thing that has targeted my family, you are a part of it. Because you have videotape and no camera. So who are you talking to? That's what I'm saying. And I'm telling you that was very dangerous. That was very stressful. When you and I, this is a mob mentality. One-on-one, we already settled everything. I did what I was supposed to do. This is a mob mentality. This is harassment, and this has to be exposed. People have encountered him negatively and have vocalized it, memorialized it. He affected people in such a negative way online in a very limited time setting. So imagine what he has done to my family, who's had to encounter him. I haven't even been here a year, and this man has talked to me all types of crazy. He doesn't have anything of me talking to him crazy. I've tried to be as diplomatic as possible. And you see that through the text. Even when he's coming at me, accusing me of something that is not true. I'm still trying to be diplomatic. I'm still trying to be. This is how I'm coming. The last sentence. I'm sure you have evidence of your very serious claims. I'm not going to allow people to just try to tear down my character. When their character is very much in question, rightfully so. Everywhere this man goes, it's a pattern. And anybody who has any more to add, please, guys, the super sleuths, the Keeping People Real TV family, thank you for doing everything to report this guy. Thank you for doing everything to investigate, because that's what we have to do. These people have no heart. They're heartless. So yes, for them to mammy me and tell me how much of a righteous woman I am, this guy, Stephen KOTOWICH, he's insane. And I'm not going to allow you to put that on my name or Rich Long's name, who was actually the hero and didn't do any of the insane acts that these people did. Okay, you can go back to the videos and see who actually was insane. They have nothing on Rich Long. Nothing, absolutely nothing. But he is the only one out of all of these heinous people, out of all, yeah, he was set up. And this guy, Stephen KOTOWICH, who is maniacal, allegedly, very much scattered through evidence of his character and people who encountered him. Not many have good things to say. He plays mind games. He's juvenile, and he's 100% transphobic. And he 100% did everything in his power, and still doing it to this day, to try to ruin a Black woman's life. This needs to not go unchecked. Rich Long is suffering because of this man. It was him cohorting. They would never felt comfortable if he wasn't a lifeline. And he okayed a lot of bullying on my family as well. We cried out to him, and he played both sides of the fence. That's not right. He never said anything about any type of complaints, no specific complaint. And here's about this is what happened, this is what was said, and this is what we're going to do to remedy the situation. That's how a leader works. He works like a slime ball. I'm just going to hide out and play both sides of the fence, and I'm just going to, lie here and manipulate right here, wherever I can do to stress somebody out. And that's what he has done. So we're exposing it. This is part 2, showing his unstable mind. We already had students that says his lectures don't make sense at all. And these are people who have encountered him on a small time level. Imagine me, who has encountered this man for months. The emotional damage that he has done. Okay, he has affected these kids. That this guy, one student said that they're rethinking their whole major. They wouldn't recommend him. Oh my goodness! Go to Rate My Professor and put in Stephen KOTOWICH. Those are not regular type of reviews. He has a negative effect on people. Okay, he plays mind games with people. And he does not need to be teaching anybody or around anybody. He needs to be on notice. And anybody who, I'm saying me, so you have an ally in me. I'm saying me. This man also made very sexually harassing comments when I moved in here. Made me feel very uncomfortable. I know I'm not the only one. And he has been around people and females, especially maybe Black. Who knows what type of, and they never spoke up. Please speak up. I know he has done this before. For somebody to feel that comfortable saying that to a Black woman as I'm coming in here with my child, I'm going to say, and the bedrooms are far apart from each other, so He felt too comfortable saying something like that. It showed me what he thought of Black women and why he feels it's okay to do what he's doing right now to my family. It is not okay. It's not okay. And when I told him that this is what was going to happen when you cohorting and playing both sides of the fence. This person who has gotten more of a negative effect on people than positive does not need to be teaching anyone. And his license as someone who able to rent properties need to be on the line as well. The longer that actual hero in this situation is now, as long as this situation is backwards, I'm going to continue to, and this whole team, and thank you guys for the people in the comments. Yes, it's more and more eyes by the second. And then it's going to be someone who's directly has encountered you is going to step forward. He has done this before. I'm saying me. If you say me too, please contact us at infoandbookings@maddpop.com. We would love to hear your story and give you your own segment in this series. That's crazy for somebody to have that type of a negative effect on that many people. Okay? That's ridiculous. So keep the information coming, guys. I'm not going to reveal, but it was someone who said they were going to do that, and go look them up, and they definitely did. Thank you for getting the information. Debbie Ferguson, if you find out anything, please email us at infoandbookings@maddpop.com or keepingpeoplerealtv@gmail.com. We are going to break this wall down piece by piece. This man has lied on my name. He has stole my money. He has lied to my face, purposely sending me, going back and forth with me about a fire that he knows about till 8 o'clock at night. Months later, after you've been here already, who does that? The same person who would make a four question exam, and if the person doesn't have it the right way, fail them. There's no partial. Most of the things was the mind fuck of the test. No study guide, no partial credit. They all saying the same thing. Wouldn't take again. They pretty much all said that as well. Please do not take this if do not take any course that he offers. He made me rethink my major. These are, if you have a choice, never take a class with him. These are all the students. Okay? The same thing that I've been saying. Surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. These kids are lucky they got the hell away. And then were able to, with the little bit of sanity that they had left after encountering him in a limited space. They said they would never want to do that again. This has been a nightmare. I'm a Black woman. We are a trans family, and he don't give a flying nothing. Just like that guy said. What did he say? This is his students. So I'm see, this is what people separate when they do this landlord tenant thing. This is still a business transaction. There has to be some type, like I said, we're spending majority of our money with these landlords. And there's no checks and balances on their behaviors. How and why is that? Okay? Okay, what does the student say? If you have homework that is 1 minute late, or you are sick and have a valid excuse or a note, he doesn't care. Okay? Then that review was, oh, sorry, that was this. I thought it was last year. December 14th of this year. So this was just a few weeks ago. Just a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago. Someone said the same thing. Lectures don't make sense. This is what I just said yesterday. He doesn't make any type of sense. Why is the same adjectives being used? And I think these people are trying to be nice. This person, like I said, gave him an average, trying to be nice, but look at the last sentence. Wouldn't take again. This is somebody trying to be nice. Okay? So this is the effect that Steve KOTOWICH has on people. And I'm saying I'm in a professional setting too. See, our minds are so brainwashed with this landlord tenant crap. It has to change. It has to evolve with the times. These people should not be able to get away with this anymore. This stuff cannot continue to go unchecked. Like I said, Obama's the last president that actually spent the time to get it together, and now that was 2 presidents ago. So okay, so we can't go. It needs to be relooked at. I posted something that said there's nowhere in, you can go to my page, Mama Bear Queen 215. There's nowhere in America anyone can live with minimum wage. Okay? Just showing the average of income and how these landlords have raised the rent to no end. It's not meeting the income. And then these people become completely heartless. Come on, something has to give. Something has to give. The income is not matching these rent prices, for one. And then you have manipulative landlords. You have landlords who don't do anything. You have one that plays mind games. You have one that, like I said, I don't have to be lying about anything. Um, I don't have any complaints about him and the actual maintenance of the property. That's never been a complaint of mine. My complaint is his mind games. My complaint is his mind games. My complaint is his transphobia. My complaint is him ignoring a hate crime. My complaint is him lying and stealing my money when I'm giving him money well into September, and he gave me my money back, and then he's trying to penalize me for those same months. Make it make sense. I'm giving you money, you give my money back and say, you owe me for all those months. It doesn't make any sense. With your plan, it wasn't a plan that I had to sell the property and for having me go all over town. So I'm supposed to eat all those costs, gas money, hits to our credit score, application fees, traveling all over town, not able to make money or income because I'm doing your dummy mission, calling, texting, like I said, having our credit ran, traveling to multiple neighborhoods all over the city. So we're supposed to just eat those costs when it was your idea. See, this guy is scattered. This is the mind game. And some judge, because that he knows that he obviously can do all this and have Rich tied up in our life. So we don't trust that we're going to get any justice out of this system. These people are too clicked up, linked up, and I don't care about that. Justice still is going to be prevailed at the end of the day because there's too much evidence that this guy is unstable. I don't care what you try to put on my name or whatever. The people that I have encountered, even the people in this neighborhood, that is a difference. I don't care about your judgmental shit about my personal life. Okay, see how the difference? Everybody that I encounter is all smiles, and they can't wait to get back around to, okay? I don't care how demeanor, everybody who encounter you says it's something wrong there. And I'm saying the same thing. Part 2, Surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. Part 3 is coming up probably after the holiday. You guys, I'm going to try. I'll probably be on sometime tomorrow. You see myself, I'm withering away. I'm losing weight. I'm trying to scream to the top of my lungs. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is transphobic. This is transphobia. This is him setting up my family. This is manipulation. This is him lying on me multiple times. This is him discriminating against my family. This is everything. Manipulation. This man needs to be stopped. We're looking into his profession, and it's a pattern. We're thinking this guy is some type of professor, and it's a pattern. His students are saying the exact same thing. Now imagine if they had to have longer stints of interactions with this guy. We're being vindicated time and time again. And if we're going to go to the public has logical minds. And we know when you guys face the same type of things in your life, You know exactly what's going on. You know exactly what's going on. You know the games that he's trying to play. And the only thing he had to do was be honest and be a real landlord and not a manipulative bully. This is bullying. No one should have to go through this. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. It's a behavior pattern. I don't care what you say about Rich Long in our relationship. At the end of the day, we're still wanting to be around each other. These people don't even want to encounter your class again in an online setting. See the difference? You cannot speak ill of my name because every single one of these people around here, including Karen, I have shown nothing but grace and respect to. I will continue, like I say, hold my head the highest it could ever go. I will continue to be the godmother of futuristic soul, no matter who has an issue with that. I will continue to speak truth and speak that through music as well. You can go stream Unbelievable by myself and Robert Curry that I wrote with him, despite everything that this man has thrown my way. That was an inspirational song that came from my heart and is dedicated to Rich Long. We're not giving up and we're not going to stop using our voice to expose this man. He did not want a transgender's money. And when I'm saying that is even though I'm not transgender, he was here. He knew he was not born a male. Okay? From that point on, which came up in May, even though I was still giving this guy money, he's taking my money and not giving me any credit. Damn near from the time Rich got here. Okay? In fact, he's not writing down that I'm giving him money. In fact, the money that I'm giving him that he's not recording, he gives back to me. He don't even want it. Then the heinous snake that he is, off of his plan that we're complying with and couldn't fully comply with because he wanted to do all this gameplay. So we ended up losing the property because someone else came with a deposit. So I'm giving him money. He's not recording it. Damn near from the time Rich got here. But we're not supposed to say that this was because of Rich Long. Come on now. I'm giving him money. He's not recording it. This is his own admission. But you see through text that he's still accepting my money and not giving me credit. No, what he does is not record it properly and then give it all back to me. Say, go and leave. Just But when he does that, Rich is arrested 5 minutes later. So is he playing the same mind game with me that he has played with these students? I think so. I didn't even know nothing about this until 5-10 minutes before I decided to do this live. This is deep. This is deep. People have the same complaints about this guy. And I guarantee you, if I really search and we find out who these students are and really have a one-on-one conversation with them, I'm pretty sure they can say a lot more than they can say on this app. That's what we're saying. If anybody see this, please reach out. I'm saying me. He said very very sexually innuendos. Okay? That made me feel very uncomfortable as a woman. Very uncomfortable. I have no reason to lie. I've prefaced my story. I let you guys know. My mom, she was a principal of a school with a master's degree herself. Principal. Okay? Right here in the city of Philadelphia. Her students to this day, you see the pictures of months ago with Rich and I at the football game. While I was at the football game, one of her students, mind you, I'm well in my 40s now. One of her students from middle school still contacts me that she, not from my middle school, from when she was teaching before she became a principal. So that's how far back these people still keep in contact with me. People, they love me. They want to get around. This is what people think of you. They don't want to be around you. You're manipulative. You're confusing. You're scattered. These are the same reviews, same things, same wording, same adjectives. So you can't play on my name. I just wish you guys would stop. I don't know why, or you think that this is a good way to go. He, clear as day, lied, wasn't giving me credit for the money I was giving him. Clear as day, okay? And then the money I was giving him that he wasn't giving me credit for, he gave back to me. And then when he took his sweet time and I didn't get the place at the timeline that he needed it to be done, mind you, this is all, we're supposed to all just stop our whole lives to cater to this man. And we Black women just being blindsided by his bullshit every 5 minutes. Now he's penalizing us. And what we thought, that's why we got good records, is charging us damn near to the day Rich Long was here. But we're supposed to not believe he just didn't want a transgender's money. It wasn't about money. I owe him no money. He gave me my money back. The money that I gave him, he's not even giving me credit for. It wasn't about money. It was about targeting Rich Long, targeting a trans person. This live proved his mind games. There'll be more lives to come as the things unfold and people start to peel the layers back on this guy. He is a thug. He is a menace to society. He is someone who should not be teaching anywhere. And we're going to be going, finding more and more and more. Thank you for the subscriber who sent that information. You said you were on it and you got on it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. I'm barely doing it. But We will. People can see that this is very stressful. People can see. Because these people really think they got away with something. And I don't trust this man. This man has made direct threats to me. I haven't even got into that one. We'll get into that one next time. This man is out of control. And I said it multiple times on this text. He has made direct threats. He has made suggested threats. So we can believe out of these personality types that we see a pattern of with him, which is a very much of a sociopath. Okay, because he studied science. I don't know what his major was, but my major was psychology. So I know exactly who I'm dealing with. Okay? And I only went to college for psychology because my girlfriend, Pam, in middle school, okay, said that that should be a major of mine. So I've been analyzing motherfuckers for a long time. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? This man is a clear-cut somebody dangerous. Not Rich Long in any way. This guy here is dangerous. He has all the characteristics of a clear-cut sociopath, and I do not trust him. And anybody who believes his lies and acts on his lies and him playing both sides of the fence, now you can see. And if you don't open your eyes by now, then you're just willfully ignorant. And I can't help that as well. Surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. We pray that we do. I wish I just had a course that I couldn't take again. Justice for Rich Long. Surviving Stephen KOTOWICH. Part 2. Unstable mind. Incompetent professor. It's one and the same.